Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Leadership Vision Podcast. My name is Nathan Freeberg, one of the consultants, and today in the podcast we have a little bit of a shorter episode for you, but one that I think is really powerful. And so before I play it for you, I want you to think about maybe what is a life experience, just something that you've done recently that you can reflect on. It could be like a huge meeting at quote unquote work. If you are watching the video, you can see me doing air quotes. It could be maybe an interaction you've had with your kids. It could be planning something for the school board, something with your church, anything really is my point. Think about something, that experience, and I want you to reflect on it. I want you to think about what are some lessons you can take away from that experience that can inform your leadership moving forward. So today's podcast is Brian Schubring, our founder and CEO, reflecting on his experience running the Boston Marathon. As you'll hear, he's done a whole lot of marathons, and running is a huge part of his life, and in some ways how he processes things, how he processes life. And so he shared this video with us. It's essentially 3 leadership lessons, things that he took away from this Boston Marathon experience, which is very different than any of the other ones that he has done. And I think that there's something here for us, regardless of your level of leadership, be that formally or informally. The 4 things are rediscovering your capabilities, accepting discomfort, bringing your best self, and the 4th one is actually a bonus, as you'll hear. It's to celebrate. And I'm not really going to expand on those anymore here. I'll let Brian do it. But as you listen to this, I want you to think about that experience that I had you conjure up a moment ago, and think about what lessons can you take away from it that you can apply to your leadership moving forward that will help you become a better, a stronger, a more efficient leader, one who leads from places of courage and compassion. And think about that, and then we would love for you to reflect with us. You can go to our website, leadershipvisionconsulting.com, and find the accompanying blog post for this. Comment there, or visit us on any of the social media platforms and comment there. We'd love to start a discussion, a dialogue about what you are learning in real time from the life experiences that you're having. All right, so here's Brian Schubring reflecting on the 4 lessons that he has taken away from the Boston Marathon and how he's applied that to his own leadership. Enjoy.
Today, I would like to share with you 3 leadership lessons that I learned while running this year's Boston Marathon. The first one, rediscovering your capabilities. I've done 38 marathons, and this marathon was the first one where I showed up to the start line with an injury, knowing that this race would be different than any other marathon that I've ever raced. So in rediscovering your capabilities, that was me asking myself, what can I truly do today, physically, intellectually, and emotionally? And for leaders, we oftentimes may find ourselves in challenging situations where we too need to first rediscover what capabilities do we bring to this unique situation, and think through those 3 different capabilities. Intellectually, how well are you prepared? Physically, do you have enough sleep? Are you rested? Are you alert? And emotionally, how capable are you for the challenge that is right in front of you? The second lesson is accepting discomfort. Now, with any injury, I knew that I wasn't going to be racing to maybe the dreams or expectations that I had. I also knew that I would be running with discomfort for the entire marathon. But the trick was, how was it that I was to listen to my body, respond to what my body was giving me, and run with the discomfort, but avoid the temptation to lean into the pain? You see, I've often run thinking that the more pain, the better, lean into it. And as leaders, I think we also face this same analogy, and that is when we have a new situation that's challenging us, that's often uncomfortable. And I'm asking, how can we really accept the discomfort that's presented and have the courage to not really go into the pain of the experience? Pain is an indication that we are maybe not prepared, or that we're not ready, or maybe we don't have the capabilities. The third lesson is bring your best self. The best self was determined by a couple of things: what my body was able to bear and my responding to the experience. Even though emotionally there may have been challenges along the way, bringing my best self meant I was working with my body. When my body said slow down, I responded to that. When my body said I could enjoy the crowd, I responded to that. And with leaders, there's a lot we can learn from this too. Bringing your best self means, how do you show up today? Respect the relationships and the environment that are around you. and bring what it is that you've learned, the lessons that you've learned, the advice that you've been given, and how do you bring that best part of you to serve the needs of those around you. And the last lesson, I know this is number 4, is celebrate. Part of what I really enjoyed about this race is I was able to have moments of celebration throughout the entire marathon. Whether it was accepting the blue freeze pop while I was on my way up Heartbreak Hill, or the celebration after the race when I went to Dunkin' Donuts and enjoyed my munchkins. Either way, moments of celebration are always cherished. Leaders, I think we all know this. Moments of celebration for ourselves, for our colleagues, and for our team members, those are the things that are probably the most remembered. Not only is it how we show up, but how do we show up, share, and celebrate with those that are serving right alongside of us day to day.
I feel like I can do this. So
you can, baby.
And I'm being beat by a box of popcorn.
When the marathon was over, I was proud. I had surprised myself, and I had learned several things along the way. And these 3 lessons, I hope, can provide some type of encouragement and support for the things that you're going through as a leader.
This has been the Leadership Vision Podcast, sharing our expertise in the discovery, practice, and implementation of a strengths-based approach to people, teams, and culture. For more resources about developing your strengths, the strengths of your team, or the strengths of your entire organization, you can click the link in the show notes or visit us on the web at leadershipvisionconsulting.com. And if you've gotten any value out of any of this stuff that we've been sharing via our blog, our podcast, our YouTube channel, on social media, whatever it is, we would love it if you could share it with someone else that you think might get something out of it as well. You can review us on iTunes, like us on all the socials, subscribe to us on YouTube, but more importantly, we would love to hear what you're doing, so send us an email and send it to connect@leadershipvisionconsulting.com. And we'd also love to help you if there's anything that we can do to build your strengths awareness or the awareness of your team. I'm Nathan Freeberg, and on behalf of our entire team, thanks for listening.